Hi, what's up, Leo? How's it going? Hope you're doing great, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is for the month of October. This is for Leo Collective. All right, Leo, not to be scared. Not to be scared, all right? So, we're going to find out what this is about. So, first of all, you may have experienced a possible loss within your immediate network of either friends or family. So this could be a passing, maybe a passing of your father or a passing of your mother, or a very close friend, maybe a friend you consider a brother. Um, I definitely do feel some kind of loss that I'm picking up here. I am also picking up that, and I am really, really sorry about this loss. My condolences if this is the case. For others of you, this also could be a warning with regard to your health. There could be certain things that you are holding on to that, as you have here, the Four of Pentacles is representative of hoarding. So holding on to material things because of a fear of missing out or a fear of being without. So you could be somebody who hoards onto things, onto money, onto material possessions. Also, this hoarding could also represent addictions, sexual addictions, substance addictions, alcoholism, smoking, all sorts of different addictions and vices that we may struggle with that hinders our progress in life. So I am being shown that for some of you, if this is to an extreme, whether let's say it's a substance addiction or some sort of substance or some sort of issue or a vice, whether that's also food addiction, the Bible speaks of them as gluttony. You know, there are so many different of them, those kind of vices, and that also the Bible speaks about scripturally. So, for others of you, this could be a warning as well that if you're not taking maybe your health or certain areas or aspects of your life serious, that it could also lead to bad health that may lead to an untimely passing. So, I feel like this is a reminder in a way to do better, an encouragement to do better in some ways with regard to those kind of things. But we're going to get clarifiers and we're going to see if we're going to get any more like clarifications. So, but I was picking up a literal passing of a possible loved one, somebody that you love very dearly. But the future looks bright. But I think it's all dependent on also what you do with your current energies, which your current vibration is the Four of Pentacles. So if also this also could be in the past. So if this is like, for example, you're grieving a loss of a father or a loss of a mother or a best friend or somebody very close to you, could also be that the way you're coping with it, you're coping with it with like addictions, you're numbing yourself with food, with medication, with substances, drugs, Zach, all of those things, right? And so that may hinder what future prospects you may have. And so I feel like God is just trying to nudge you to be cognizant of the things that may be blocking your blessings, because the Two of Wands here over here represents our blessings coming through. Well, they're not actually coming through. They're coming through when you have the Three of Wands. But before the Three of Wands, we have the Two of Wands, which is the asking phase. This is where you're praying. This is where, if you're a prayerful person, you're praying to God. You're saying, God, please, where are you? Why aren't you hearing me? Why aren't you healing me? Why aren't you helping me? You know, this is where you give thanks and all of that. And if you're a manifester, if you're a spiritual person and you manifest, this is where you write your manifestations. This is where you're speaking to the universe, if that's your thing, right? And so that's what the Two of Wands represents, right? It's the asking, it's the asking for the blessings, giving thanks, all of that, right? However, though, for you to get to this space also means that you need to let go of certain things that you're holding on to that could be hindering what blessings and manifestations could be meant to come your way. Because if you don't have enough room or enough space, whether materially or enough space in your heart for a romance, or enough space in your mind for a new perspective, or just to however your recognition is with this, then there is no room for more to come, and then there's no room for new to come. So you could be asking for blessings, you could be asking for manifestations, you could be asking for a change, but you could be living a life that is not in alignment with the things that you're asking God to bless you with, right? So again, also if you're dealing with a loss, somebody has passed that you're dealing with, like maybe you're going to therapy or talking to somebody instead of hoarding and holding onto those emotions, which dampens your mood or dampens your spirit. All right. So that's really all I'm getting here. It's just a message of encouragement, very short, very brief, to get the help, to get the support where needed. All right. But let's clarify this, because there's a major vibration, it's a major arcana. So we're just going to do one clarifier and see, how God wants to answer that or elaborate on that a little bit further. Please help me clarify the death card for my Leo collectors, October 2025. Yeah, I feel like you've definitely been fighting a lot, building a lot of resistance, just a lot of attacks. I think like life has just really been challenging you. You've just had a lot of challenges in life, and maybe a lot of those challenges kind of led to the passing of a person close to you. This also could have been maybe a gang fight, or a thing like that. Or also this could be somebody who died in like WAR, you know. Maybe they're like, yeah, I'll just say like a war veteran or something, or they passed, or they never came home or something like that. That's what I'm getting here. But others of you also just like, it could also be like gang violence or something like that. And I'm also getting that you just have had a lot of pushback, a lot of challenges, maybe also from your community. People just throwing daggers at you, and you've had to have your guard up, and you've had to always defend yourself. You maybe also could be a bit of a loner, maybe always felt like you have no one backing you up, or that you always have to have your back, or kind of always have to defend yourself. And so maybe the things that you have, you hoard onto those things because maybe they represent something to you, right? So also death could mean the dying of old ways and allowing a new perspective, a fresh perspective, sort of like, to move forward in a different way. All right. So yeah, that's it for October, Leo. Thank you so much. I hope that this kind of helps. Let me know if this resonated with you, if this helped you in some kind of way. Feel free to comment, and please like and share if you feel or know of a Leo person who may benefit from this reading. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.